So high-headed and strong-headed में बहुत फर्क होता है. I think I am a very strong-headed person who knows exactly as to when to take a call for myself. It could be good, it could be right, it could be wrong. But I know I can take big decisions with a lot of ease. I always wanted to feel deserving of whatever I get. Even today, if someone says, Rajiv, you are a good actor, I want to feel deserving. There is nothing called a definition of a high. My high is when I pull off something without the script for 90 minutes. That is the high that I was looking for all these years. I did a teleplay, by the way, where I said, can I work with NSD actors? Can I stand up and hold a play for 90 minutes? Can I have the audience stand up and applaud for me? And I did that. That was a high.
Hi Rajiv, thank you so much for joining me at E Times. Rajiv Khandelwal, the man who's been in the industry since 18 years and a very, very popular.
Yeah, and I've known you for 17 years, I guess.
Yes, we've known each other for 17 years. It's a pleasure talking to you, Rajiv. Pleasure.
Yeah.
Rajiv, we begin from your college laboratory. You were a chemistry student. You graduated in chemistry. आपका TV shows, movies, इसकी तरफ ध्यान कैसे गया?
Well, basically, I always wanted to be an actor. I always wanted to be an actor from childhood. और chemistry तो मैंने सिर्फ ऐसे ही कर ली थी because I was good at chemistry, I guess, which I realized many years later also that I'm good at chemistry. It's all about chemistry when it comes to acting, I guess. So वो उस टाइम नहीं मालूम था मुझे. Chemistry was, I think, organic chemistry was something that I was really fond of, and I didn't know what to do in life in terms of academics. I was just buying time and waiting for that one thing to come from somewhere and give me an idea as to how to proceed towards my dreams. So मैं अहमदाबाद में था और I was doing my graduation, and then post graduation when nothing looked possible in a sense. जब आप MBA exam देते हैं और बाकी सब competitive exam देते हैं, so nothing looked kind of possible, and that was the time when I told myself that Rajiv, come on, let's put an effort now. Now was the time, because ये moment उसके बाद वापस नहीं आएगा life में. So before you plunge into anything, make that one effort in the field of your interest, and होगा तो अच्छी बात है, नहीं होगा तो कम से कम आपको इतना समझ में आ जाएगा कि आप इस लायक नहीं है. So at least get done with that thing, and I think that one effort then kind of spiraled into me coming closer to my dreams.
So how did you get your first show in 2002? क्या हादसा क्या हकीकत?
I was in Delhi. और मैं बॉम्बे आता था. बॉम्बे में मैं रहता था कुछ दिनों के लिए. I used to stay with a friend of mine, Deepak Malvankar. I used to stay at his place. I would spend about 15-20 days and make some money through ad films and go back to Delhi, because Mumbai was very kind of intimidating for me. I mean, you would see people everywhere. You would go for auditions, you will see 500, 600 people. You go step out of the house, in the lift, you will see 10 people. उसके बाद people would not leave you. Local train full of people. Anywhere you go, it used to be full of people. So to be with myself, I actually used to wait till evening when I would come back to my house, to Deepak's house actually, go into that room, and that was the only time which I would get to spend with myself. So I think to spend time with myself is why I used to go back to Delhi. So during one of these trips only, there is this college called ARSD College, Atmaram Sanatan Dharm College in Delhi. And there was this advertisement in the newspaper that Balaji is auditioning for a few shows. So ऐसे मैंने किसी एक दोस्त को बोला तो उसने बोला देख के तो आते हैं ना. So I went to that place and I went there and I saw the entire Delhi there. Right from, I mean, हर profession का आदमी wanted to perhaps change the profession and get into acting. So let's say the tea stall owner or a rickshaw puller or a shop owner. I could see all kinds of people there. And so I just peeped inside the audition hall. And there was this guy called Vishal Mehra. Vishal was there auditioning, and he looked at me, and I just walked out, and he called me. He said, "Ki kya karna hai, Rajiv? Sorry, what's your name? Who are you?" I said, "I've come here for audition, but मैं बाद में आता हूँ." Basically, I was scared looking at again 1,000 people there. So I thought कि होगा कुछ नहीं, why waste time? And like I think most of us, we get scared of auditions. I think even I was scared of that audition, and I did not want to give that audition. But Vishal insisted that, listen, I'll give you priority. तू आ जा और ये दो कैरेक्टर हैं, सुजल गरेवाल और पीयूष का एक कैरेक्टर है, तो ये दोनों को तू ऑडिशन दे दे एक को बताया कि ये वाला कैरेक्टर इज लाइक लेट्स imagine Mr. Bachchan from this part and this play and some other hero from another film and things like that, and then I auditioned for it and I came out and I said ये कभी नहीं होगा भैया, ये तो time pass है. And within 4 days 5 days I got a call from Balaji and I was quite surprised and I had thought that now I will go and say no to Balaji because I've been waiting for this moment where I actually say no to somebody instead of thinking अपने आप से कि यार ये नहीं करूँगा वो नहीं करूँगा वो नहीं करूँगा. So the question to myself always used to be, भैया किसी ने आपको पूछा पहले तो कि राजीव जी आइए आप हमारे साथ काम कीजिए. So when I got selected, my first instinct was I will say no because I am very clear as to what I want. But when I went to Balaji, I was briefed by the creatives and they said that this is the character. मैंने कहा सुजल तो उसमें दिख ही नहीं रहा कहीं. बोला नहीं, we want to do this one first. We are doing this. And Sujal apparently कुछ दिनों के बाद में there was another actor. He was playing this character. Shoot शुरू हो चुका था कहीं तो का. And I decided, चल यार, let's first figure out कि कितने अच्छे actor हैं आप. So I did क्या हकीकत, trying to, of course, I don't know, when you look back now, you realize that maybe there was this thing कि यार चल कुछ काम मिला है कर ले काम. And then the battle is in your head that, okay, let's figure out how good I am an actor and things like that. And anyway, so I did क्या हकीकत, and once it was a finite series. And once that show got over, I was told that कहीं तो होगा का जो सुजल है वो तो casting हो चुकी है. And later on, I think some things are destined. So I was told that they are replacing that character. And one day, Ekta told me that I want you to play Sujal in Kahin To Hoga. And I said, all right. उसके बाद कहानी शुरू हुई.
But you decided to go and say no, as you said earlier. तो फिर आप तो फिर आप वो no क्यों बोल नहीं सके वहाँ पर? क्या हुआ था ऐसा?
मैंने no बोला वहाँ पे विकी. I said no to them. I said no, I don't want to. But they convinced me. But maybe my no was not strong enough because I was just saying, nahi, abhi nahi, I don't want to do it. And I'm not joking. I actually said no because I wanted to say no. Maybe for my self-confidence or whatever, that काम तो है नहीं, लेकिन आप फिर भी मना कर रहे हो because you don't want to do certain things. आपको मालूम है, I wanted to do maybe something else, तो ना मेरा बहुत strong नहीं होगा. और फिर मन में कहीं ना कहीं ये भी होगा कि यार बालाजी बोल रहा है आपको यार कर लो, एकता के साथ में काम कर लो. As an outsider, suddenly, you realize that they are asking you to play the main lead. Yaar, aap kar lo bhaiya. So maybe my no was not strong enough, and I did it. It could have been for money. It could have been maybe just to kind of do it, test myself for whatever reasons. But my no was not strong enough, I guess.
Let me ask you here: were you a high-headed person? Because when you say that I went to say no.
So high-headed and strong-headed में बहुत फर्क होता है. I think I am a very strong-headed person who knows exactly as to when to take a call for myself. It could be good, it could be right, it could be wrong. But I know I can take big decisions with a lot of ease, without a lot of turbulation in my mind. I think I can take a lot of decisions. So that could be strong-headed. High-headed, I never was. I'm not, and I never will be because that's not my make. High-headed is someone who thinks very high of himself. On the contrary, I don't think at all high of myself. I think I'm still learning the craft. I think I still am. I'm trying to be a good actor. So I was never high-headed. I was strong-headed. That यार जब आप बोल के आए थे राजीव मन में पहले तो आपने बोला कि ऑडिशन में कोई पहले let somebody pick me up and then I will decide whether I want to do this and that. Otherwise, like every struggler, you think कि यार मैं ना ये नहीं करूंगा, मैं फिल्म करना चाहता हूं. मैं आपको आइडिया भी नहीं कि आप कितने अच्छे एक्टर हैं, लेकिन आपके दिमाग में वो है कि यार मैं ये करूंगा, मैं वो करूंगा, मैं बाहर निकलूंगा तो लोग मुझे पहचानेंगे और वगैरह वगैरह होगा. So मैं अपने आप से rationalize, I used to talk to myself and say that let somebody pick you up first, then say no, I don't want to do it. तब तो आपका कैरेक्टर मालूम पड़ता है. So that was I think the reason why when I got picked up, I said let's say no now because now let's see where is the character. And then, as I said, that my no must not have been very strong. So I kind of gave in to that one. And was a good call. Sometimes you take good calls, sometimes you take bad calls. This was a good call to not have a very strong no, I guess, because that kind of also helped me understand as to be a good actor. There's a lot to learn. Otherwise 10 people may come to you and tell you that, you're a good looking guy. Yaar, tu acting kyun nahi karta? Tu filmon mein kyun nahi jata? But there are some ground realities you realize when you are actually in front of the camera as an actor, and then you assess yourself. So I think it was a good call and a good decision.
Thank God, I was about to ask you that question. Had you said no, a stronger one, And had they taken that no, wouldn't it have been a foolish decision?
Well, you never know. This is a hypothetical question, actually. Maybe I would have done something else if I was meant to be here. I would have definitely done something else. I wouldn't have got wasted. But now that we have a prototype, भी हमारे पास है एक life देखी हमने पिछले 18 साल में, तो I think good decision ही था.
And the rest, as they say, is history. Sujal became a household name. I don't think. I mean, you must be one of the first 5 on the list. टॉप जितनी आपकी पॉपुलैरिटी हुई उस नाम से, उस सीरियल से, कहीं तो होगा. Did that make you get carried away at some instance?
I never get carried away with anything. Neither name, fame, wealth. I do not get carried away. I am probably not the routine guy. It doesn't make a difference to me. I'm a very grounded guy. I'm a very what do I say? A satisfied guy. I'm a very content kind of a person when it comes to certain things. I'm talking about name, fame, and adulation or wealth for that matter. I always wanted to feel deserving of whatever I get. Even today, if someone says, Rajiv, you're a good actor, I want to feel deserving. So back in the day also, when character became very popular, okay, let me ask you this question, since you've seen so many people, you've seen my career as well. What do you mean by getting carried away? So you get carried away by thinking that I will now do this because I've become this. Is that what you mean?
What I mean by getting carried away is that, you begin to feel that now I've arrived. Okay, I'll tell them to do this scene. I'll tell them not to do this scene. There have been cases of actors who in their very first film or second film or first show or the second show have become too big for their boots. And then you also begin to feel that your next role should also match this. And no, उसके बाद अगर कोई role थोड़ा सा छोटा आया तो मैं नहीं लूँगा. That is what I mean.
Okay, so now first and foremost, that for me to ask questions and whatever, it did happen. I did ask questions. I was asking questions in the script after a year when I realized that itna adulation, there is so much of adulation. I mean, it was difficult for me to step out of the house without getting the affection or attention from people. It was literally that. And and I take it very seriously. I take all of that very seriously. I wasn't the one who would just say, oh, I'll remain as, they're showering all their love on me and I'm enjoying it. And पैसा बोल रहे हैं कि एक रिबन काटने के आपको इतने पैसे मिल रहे हैं, आप इनॉग्रेशन पे चले जा रहे हैं, आपको इतने पैसे मिल रहे हैं. I wasn't doing all of that. I take it seriously because I wanted, each time I would raise my hand to a girl, I wanted to feel that, yes, I am delivering. I am worthy of this kiss that I'm blowing. For me, it was to say no to such huge things without knowing as to what I'm going to do next. Well, I did retract my decision first once when I was told that, okay, fine, when I had told the world that I'm not going to be part of it. After 6 months, I had to pull myself out of it because I said, I can't handle this love, this whatever, by not enjoying what I'm doing. I can't sleepwalk through scenes. So, and go out and say, hi, yeah, I'm Sujal and I'm this and that and inaugurate events and be chief guest for functions because I'm not enjoying it. So I left that. Never thinking, there were a lot of film offers, उस time पे आप suddenly बन गए तो not from big production houses, but they were producers who come from various places and who wanted to encash on this popularity and they wanted me to do it. I didn't take up any of it. I did not take any of the conventional big show. As you said that, sometimes you want to do something better than what you did last time. और आपको लगता है कि इसके बाद मैं इससे better ही करूँगा, मैं इससे छोटा काम नहीं करूँगा. बहुत ही obvious है, बहुत ही जायज़ है. आप अगर 100 मीटर रेस दौड़ते हैं, आप उसके बाद ये सोचते नहीं कि यार मैं 10 मीटर रेस में हार जाऊंगा. आप सोचते हैं मैं 100 मीटर के बाद में अपने आप को बेटर करूंगा. मेरी स्पीड जो आज 10 seconds थी, probably I'll bring it down to 9 seconds. You want to better yourself. So I wanted to better myself and do something, not because it gets you fame, money, adulation, but because I wanted to feel like a good actor. तो मेरे को अपनी क्राफ्ट मुझे मालूम था कि मैं तभी बेटर कर सकता हूँ when I experiment with characters. So if you remember, or if you may not remember, but my second series was Time Bomb on Zee TV, and Zee wasn't like doing very well at that time, and it was a limited series, completely the opposite of what I did in Kahin To Hoga. Kahin To Hoga, I was a romantic character. Here I was playing Varun Avasthi, who was a raw agent. 24, that was 24 we did that time. So अगर मुझे ये सोचा होता कि मैं कुछ अच्छा करूंगा तो मैंने कोई फिल्म उठा ली होती या मैंने कोई ऐसा बड़ा सीरियल उठा लिया होता जिसके अंदर मैंने बहुत पैसे मांग लिए होते. I think I charged half of what I was charging in Kahin To Hoga when I was doing Zee Time Bomb, and the reason was I wanted to work on a very different script. I wanted to work with people like Ketan Mehta and K.K. Menon, Vallabh Vyas ji. You know, these were the names. आपको लगता था कि I will learn something from them. I did that series with them, and it bombed. The series bombed. उसके बाद में I did a series on a non-existent channel called Sub TV उस time पे, called Left Right Left. Now that if I thought that I've become bigger than my boots, or if success had hit me in my head, I would have still done shows on the channels which were popular then. Star Plus was doing extremely well then. I could have done a show on Star Plus to salvage my pride, because when you leave something thinking that you're bigger than boots, and then if you're hit hard, then your pride is hurt. But my pride wasn't hurt. I took up a show on Sub TV, which was a non-existent channel, and the thought was, can I make a show, or can we make a show on a smaller platform or a smaller channel and make it work? If that happens, then the victory is bigger, you know, as compared to me doing a show on Star Plus. वो तो आपको पता है कि show जाएगा, इसकी TRP वैसी 2 या 3 तो आएंगी. Blank channel पे TRP आते हैं because they have loyal audience. But क्या आपके काम को देखने के लिए लोग Sub TV पे आएंगे? लोग आए. इस मेरी वजह से नहीं आए. वो शो बहुत अच्छा था. वो शो के कंटेंट की वजह से आए, and that reaffirms your faith that, you know, somewhere, Rajiv, your decisions are right. So no, I wasn't carried away. I didn't do a film. I mean, and I never thought that films are bigger, by the way. I mean, initially before becoming an actor, television करने से पहले जरूर था. जब तक आपने कुछ नहीं किया था कि फिल्में बड़ी होती हैं. जब आपने काम करना शुरू किया तब आपको, और मैं तो वैसे भी, मैं बोल रहा हूँ ना, मेरा कैरेक्टर इतना पॉपुलर हो गया था that adulation of film. I mean, film actors. I remember going to Maldives and other countries, and I know what happened there. So उससे ज़्यादा तो मुझे मालूम है कि मुझे कुछ मिल सकता ही नहीं था. There was nothing more that one could have achieved. Even any of the top so-called film actors, I think, itna pyar, where you get out and I can't tell you the kind of love and affection. So doing films for that didn't make any sense to me. I had it there. So I wanted to just grow as an actor and be myself.
You said that you could have done a show on Star Plus, but can I ask you that would Star Plus have forgotten so easily that you had just left one of their important shows and taken you instantly?
Of course, there were offers. That's why I'm saying it. There were offers. There were shows from Star Plus which are coming. Nobody remembers him. As long as you're working for it, nobody really has egos to that level.
But Rajiv, I'm still sticking to one more question on Kahin To Hoga. Would you agree that the highest high you have got is as Sujat?
No. My highest high has been probably recently I did a teleplay which not too many people must have seen, called Court Martial. My high is not defined by your high, Vicky, or by the standard high how the world defines. There is nothing called a definition of a high. My high is when I pull off something without the script for 90 minutes. That is the high that I was looking for all these years. I did a teleplay, by the way, where I said, can I work with NSD actors? Can I stand up and hold a play for 90 minutes? Can I have the audience stand up and applaud for me? And I did that. That was a high. These are all momentary things. As your character becomes, if you're talking in terms of masses, how do you think that is what I was seeking for? If I was seeking that, I would have played a romantic character again, Vicky. Why didn't I play a romantic character? It is very easy to model a certain, an individual's life by a standard which is made by an average of 10 people. That, okay, the average definition of success would be, the definition of success would be 10 जने सोचते हैं 10 जने की यार फिल्में करनी चाहिए, फिल्में से आप बहुत पॉपुलर हो जाते हो, आपको बहुत पैसे कमा लेते हो, आप 100-200 करोड़ की फिल्म कर लेते हो. ये एक डेफिनेशन होती है. सबकी डेफिनेशन वो नहीं होती रहेगी. As I said, my biggest high in my career has been when I finished shooting for Court Martial on the penultimate day, not the eventual day. बिकॉज जब शूट जिस दिन किया था उस दिन तो 3 ब्रेक लिए थे, फिर भी 30 मिनट्स के हमने किए थे. जब हम ग्रैंड रिहर्सल किया था और 90 मिनट्स जब हमने किए थे, and I could see the crew standing up and the fellow national NSDK actors standing up and saying, Rajiv, I wanted to hug myself.
So, can I also ask you now, getting into the Bollywood zone, that did you not feel sometimes, okay, I understand your high, that the high that you get is by what you feel after you have finished the product, the intrinsic high that you get. That's the high which gives you a kick. But did this high also not make you feel sometimes in this entire journey of Bollywood that I need to maybe pick up the phone and talk to a big producer and say, or a big director and say, I want to do this film of yours? Or let me put it the other way in a more candid manner. Did you not feel that I should do a bigger film like my counterparts are doing, say with a bigger actress, if I can say Katrina Kaif or Priyanka Chopra? वो ख्याल कभी आपके मन में आया?
वो मन में ख्याल तब आता विकी, if I was modeling my career looking at my fellow actors. My career graph is not modeled on anyone. It is not borrowed from anyone. It is not based on anyone. It is not an average of 10 collective minds. I model my career with based on my vision of myself. So for me to pick up a phone call and do things, it never struck me. छोड़ो आप किसी और चीज को. It never struck me. In fact, जब आमिर के लिए अनुराग ने मुझे बोला कि आप राजीव, I want you to play this character, and I told Anurag, test me, yaar. Why don't you test me first? It's a film based on, a single close-up and सारे के सारे. We have not seen any film, and in a sense, the truth will be there's never been a film like this, in the, और मे भी बहुत रेयरली ऐसी फिल्में बनती हैं जहाँ पे सिर्फ एक आदमी का क्लोजअप दिख रहा है आपको पूरी फिल्म के अंदर. So I told him कि यार एक बार टेस्ट कर लो मेरे को. I'm getting nervous now, jittery. मुझे तो स्क्रिप्ट बहुत अच्छी लगी है, so I want to be part of. He didn't do that. So for me, as I'm saying, that for me to even ask कि test me has got something to do with my thought process. So for me to pick up a phone and tell people that why don't you cast me would never happen, because that's not what I am aiming at. Now I tell you, there are senior directors who called me, after Amir, and they wanted me to do some, as you said, some industry names के साथ में, which would make the project look like really, really big in the eyes of people who see Bollywood in a certain manner. कि यार ये तो बहुत बड़ी फिल्म है. तो उनसे भी जब मैं मिला, तो मैंने उनको यही बोला था कि सर, आप सबसे पहले ये बताया मुझे कि once you tell me that you are sure of Rajiv Khandelwal, I mean, you want to test me, you want to audition me, do that. Once you are sure of it, I will ask you for the script, sir. And if I don't like it, you will have to give me the liberty to say no to it. So, आप मुझे 10 दिन बुलाओ, 20 दिन बुलाओ, 30 दिन बुलाओ, मेरे को टेस्ट करो, ऑडिशन करो. आपको अच्छा नहीं लगता मैं तो बोलो कोई बात नहीं राजी, नहीं अच्छा लग रहा, I don't want you. लेकिन अगर आपको अच्छा लगेगा, उसके बाद में मेरा हक बनेगा, अधिकार बनेगा कि मैं स्क्रिप्ट पढ़ूंगा और मुझे अच्छी लगेगी तो मैं आपको ना बोलूंगा. Then it will never be personal, sir. You are senior, and they all, out of them, I would say, one of course took it very, very nicely. He said absolutely fine. He did test me for 10-15 days, and he said one final day that I really like you, Rajiv, and you're on. I mean, for me, you're on. I said fantastic. So now that moment has come where I want to read the script. I read the script and I was amazed by the script. मुझे लगा कि क्या script लिखी है, ये मतलब मुझे करनी है, and I said yes to it. The film eventually never happened. That's besides the point. एक और डायरेक्टर थे जिनकी फिल्म आई, इनको मैंने मना किया और उनको अच्छा नहीं लगा. उन्होंने जब फिल्म का प्रीमियर था, मुझे कहीं मिले उसी टाइम पे, कहीं पे किसी पार्टी में मुझसे मिले और उन्होंने कहा कि थोड़ा सा एक टॉन्ट मार दिया था मुझे कि भैया आपने तो फिल्म नहीं करनी थी, अब ये आपकी किस्मत है, हर आदमी अपनी किस्मत लेके आता है. तो मैंने कहा हाँ सर, हर आदमी अपनी किस्मत लेके आता है. मेरी किस्मत मैं कैसे लिखना चाहता हूँ ये मैं ही जानता हूँ. ये मैंने वो कहा नहीं था, लेकिन मन में कहा था अपने आप को कि you don't know how I want to write my किस्मत. And the film came out and the film bombed. And I was in my head saying, good call Rajiv. तेरा कॉल सही था, because जब मैंने फिल्म को मना किया तो बहुत से लोग थे जिन्होंने कहा तू राजीव, this is not a sensible thing. इतना बड़ा बैनर, इतना नामचीन नाम, senior person, इतने अलग अलग actors, and you said no to it. Even if the film bombs, तेरे को तो लिखा था ना that you did a film. I said, again, you guys tell me what is probably the thought in the industry. यार ऐसे करना चाहिए. Ask me how I want to do it. I don't want to do it that way. So yeah, I think I've answered your question. मैंने कभी मेरा मन नहीं किया फोन करने का कि मैं फोन करूं किसी को. और रही बात फिल्मों का, मैंने आमिर की Vicky, when I did Amir, I could have done a romantic film also, no? My image was romantic, whatever. But romantic film पढ़ता था, मुझे लगता था कि नहीं यार ये तो कर चुका हूं, मुझे करना ही नहीं है. I wouldn't entertain. Amir just came my way. I wasn't looking for films also, by the way. Amir just came to me and I read the script in the flight and I said, I like this project, that's fantastic, I'll do it. So I did that. So for me to think यार मुझे बड़े बैनर साथ काम करना चाहिए था, it wasn't very difficult, by the way, to be a part of any big banner around that time. क्योंकि आमिर के बाद में everyone wanted me to be part of their projects. तो वो किसी भी फिल्म का, बट मैंने कहा ये मुझे नहीं करनी, ये तो what do you call it? You are putting up a project together by having this name, this name, this name, this name. You're not making a film or you're not making a project. I wanted to be part of projects and not a commercial project कि भैया बना दिया.
Not proposals is what you mean actually.
Yeah, correct. Proposal, correct.
So, you were going along in this fashion. I completely understand what your thought process was. But after Amir, when you kept saying no to quite a few projects, and I would love if you take those names, that script which never got made and the script which you said no to, and were torn.
The script that never got made was Chenab Gandhi, and the producer was Mr. Sanjay Leela Bhansali, and the director, उस टाइम पे जो director थे उनका नाम था विभू पुरी. तो ये फिल्म कभी बनी नहीं, तो इसलिए मैं नाम ले सकता हूँ. जो बनी है फिल्म उसका नाम नहीं लूंगा because it wouldn't be fair of me to kind of take that name. And he's a senior guy. I like him. I like his work.
That's the answer I was looking for more rather than the first one. But anyway, to continue my question, when you kept saying no to these, and maybe many felt offended, it took you nearly 3 years, when I see from 2008, your few other movies which came, like Shaitan and others, they started coming from 2011. Do you think you consumed a lot of time?
No, so basically, yeah, correct. So what happened was that I was bound by a 2-film contract with UTV. There was another film called Peter Gaya Kaam Se that I was signed for with UTV, and I could not get out of the contract. But also at the same time, Sach Ka Samna had come my way, and I was busy hosting that series called Sach Ka Samna. तो उसके लिए मेरा कुछ 6 महीने मेरे निकल गए थे because it was a show that I really wanted to be a part of. तो वो एक निकला, and मेरे लिए आमिर के बाद में ऐसा नहीं था कि मैं सिर्फ फिल्में करूंगा. मेरे लिए तो project थे, as I keep saying. So I did Sach Ka Samna because it was it was a brilliant series. So I really enjoyed doing that, and I did 2 seasons of it. तो पहले तो मैं 1 साल तक कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में बाउंड था, तो फिल्म टेक ऑफ नहीं हो रही थी. दूसरा, उसके बाद में जब मिस्टर बंसाली ने जब मुझे साइन किया, उनकी फिल्म टेक ऑफ नहीं किया, and his contract was very very strong that he can't do anything. So I was stuck in that contract for about a good 1 year till Vibhu told me that the film is not taking off, Rajiv. You can take off, or you should take off. So I took off after that, and then I did Shaitan.
What reason did they give you for Chenab?
They didn't give me any reason. Mr. Bhansali never gave me any reason. I was told by Vibhu Puri, Vibhu the director, that the film is not taking off.
So
and I said, all right.
2011 soundtrack, 2012 Will You Marry Me, 2013 Table Number 21 and Ishq Actually. And it was around the time of Ishq Actually when people started questioning your choice. I read a lot of rave reviews till then, but in 2013 in Ishq Actually, people said that Rajiv shouldn't have done this. Why? Now, the question here is, the question here is, Rajiv, when you start doing a lot of engaging films, do people start straitjacketing you only into one category and they can't see you in a slightly deviant role? Does that limit you as an actor?
Okay, so I don't believe that. If you're a good actor, you'll be accepted in all kinds of characters if you're a good actor. Ishq actually is not my film, by the way. My presence in the film is 15 minutes or maybe 17 minutes. I was asked to do a cameo for a friend of mine who was after my life for about 6 months or 8 months. They were really after me to do a cameo. But then you realize how industry is, that you are put on the poster and then you realize that एक शायद राजीव की फिल्म थी, राजीव की फिल्म नहीं थी भैया, वो फिल्म में मैं 15 मिनट का मैंने कैमियो वहाँ किया था, and that's it. So that is out of question. रही बात बाकी फिल्म्स की, I don't think the choices were wrong. Soundtrack was a film which wasn't released at all by Saregama. Shaitan, of course, was a film that people still call it a cult film. So let's not go to Shaitan. Then Soundtrack, of course, was an engaging film, but it was never released well by Saregama people. Even though the managing director of I think whoever Purv Nagpal and I don't remember, these guys had come to me and they congratulated me before the release of Soundtrack, and they told me, Rajiv, this is your hat trick. Teri pehli Amir thi, second Shaitan thi, and third one is Soundtrack. So I said, how is Soundtrack a hit film? They said, we have already sold it to distributors, we've already made the money. I said, you've made the money, but how is it my thing, my film? For me, till the audience doesn't like it, it will never be considered as a film that was approved and liked by the audience. So then I realized that there was hardly any interest in releasing the film. They didn't release the film. It came with some big film. I remember some not a very highly commercial film. और वो सिनेमा हॉल भी इसको लोगों को मैं जब प्रमोट करने के लिए फिल्म में गया था तो मैं देखा सिनेमा हॉल के अंदर उसकी होर्डिंग्स स्टैंडीज भी नहीं लगी. So I realized that okay fine, nobody will be aware of this film, so nobody going to watch it. Then comes your क्या नाम है आपकी इश्क एक्चुअली तो ऐसी था. Will You Marry Me was again a game that somebody played with me. I had said yes to a film that I know even if today it releases, which wasn't a very serious film. I played a Joker in that film, which I had signed actually. I played a father of a 5 or 6 year old kid back in 2013, I'm saying. And I played a Joker in that one, and it was a film, it was a script that made me, cry with joy and cry with, I got really emotional also while hearing that script, and I said yes to it. When I was doing that film, the producers came with another one and they said, Rajiv, we want to do a 2-film deal. And Aditya Dutt, who directed my film Table Number 21, was making Will You Marry Me? He was after my life to do this film. So they said, Rajiv, हम लोग ये Joker film करेंगे आपके साथ में. ये साथ में एक film और आप कर लो ना, please, commercial film. And I liked Aditya then also. I said, चल, एक मैं बहुत intense film कर रहा हूँ, एक मैं आदित्य के लिए film कर रहा हूँ. So I said yes. And then that film never came out by the way, Joker. It's still like, the producers are still fighting, helping them 2-3 years back for the sake of audience, give this film out. It has such a beautiful message. It will make, and I'm dancing and I'm doing a lot of things, completely the opposite of whatever I've done ever in my life.
You're completed that film.
Unfortunately, they're fighting.
I
finished that film, shooting for the film in 2015 by the 3 producers. But the 3 producers are still fighting amongst each other. इसने मेरे पैसे नहीं दिए, इसने मेरे पैसे नहीं दिए, and in the process the film suffered. I wanted to buy the film out from them, saying that for the sake of the film, give it away. They said negatives हमारे पास में, वो इसके पैसे उसके पास में. So I said I feel pity for you guys because this is a beautiful film. Anyway, so that didn't never happen. So I did not take wrong calls. Some things didn't come out. So and I said this is going to be part of my journey. I am modeling my career, my way. कि ये मेरा vision है, मैं ऐसा करूँगा, वैसा करूँगा. तो उसमें ऐसे कुछ मोमेंट्स आएंगे जहाँ पे ये फिल्म बन गई, ये डब्बा हो गई, नहीं हुई, आगे गई. So those kind of things happen.
I want to ask you 2 questions now, and a very candid answer. Would you do a Sach Ka Samna in the hot seat if somebody else was hosting it and you are asked to come as a participant?
So Vicky, one thing we had decided in Sach Ka Samna, that we will never ever ask hypothetical questions. You can never respond to a hypothetical question very honestly. So your question is a very hypothetical question. If Sach Ka Samna would happen someday, would you sit on the hot seat? It's a hypothetical question. I can't answer it truthfully right now. So the first thing that comes to my mind right now is saying, no, I don't think so. But maybe when it actually happens and if I decide that, yeah, I am prepared for it. I don't know. I've never thought about it. But if I really think that I'm prepared for it, I would go for it. I really respect all those who came on Sach Ka Samna. It's one of the most, for me in my head, one of the best shows ever to have hit India, let's say. Forget about television or film. It is one of the best projects that we have seen. I've seen them up close. I can write a book on it. Maybe someday I will. And I know that people involved were so passionate, so honest, so truthful that that is one series. If it ever comes back, I would be more than happy to host it.
I was just going to praise the participants because they were very brave, and indirectly I was asking you, would you be brave to dissect your personal life, to dissect your college life, to dissect your school life? I mean, every decision that you took or every decision maybe that you didn't take.
The day I've reached a stage where I feel that yes, I have nothing to lose, probably only to gain by speaking the truth. You only gain when you speak the truth. You never lose anything. So the day I feel that yes, maybe I've got nothing to lose and only to gain is maybe I will say yes to it, because I've seen them up close and I've realized to accept your truth is the best thing that you can do. How can it be wrong? How can it do anything wrong to you? You may lose out on people who are short-sighted. You may lose out on people who would actually judge you, even though they are bigger culprits than you are, because they're shallow people. Would you want to be appreciated by shallow people all the time? यार आपने बहुत अच्छा काम किया सर जी, क्या अच्छा काम किया आपने बोला यार मेरा तो अफेयर था. अच्छा आपका अफेयर था सर? छी उस आदमी का अफेयर था, खुद के 10 अफेयर होंगे. But you would judge the way we all judge people. We are all judgmental people. We would talk about आज इसके हमने पढ़ ली कि इसके साथ में ऐसा हुआ है. We'll start judging those people, and आजकल तो judgment मतलब how we are being so judgmental these days. That is terrible. Social media is all about being judgmental on people, which is so wrong. We do not know the face of those people ourselves, but they want to judge others. That's sad.
So why not now? Do you think you would lose something if you were to do it now?
I have not thought about it, Vicky. So there is no question of me. I have to put my thought. This is again a hypothetical. This is like, Rajiv, would you actually, do a Hollywood film with this woman, and would you do a bed scene with her? Now I can't answer these questions because I wouldn't know. मतलब show कभी होगा नहीं. It was a very hypothetical question. I know you will get a lot of masala if I say नहीं यार मैं ऐसा नहीं हूँ, but it's a waste of I think time because it's a hypothetical question. मैं कुछ भी बोलूँ, मैं बोलूँ आज की yes Vicky, I'm absolutely ready. It doesn't make sense because the show is not happening.
The second question which I referred to earlier is not hypothetical, Rajiv, because Ekta is known to pull off magic. What if she were to make Kahin To Hoga again and ask you to play Sujal and Amna Sharif to play Kashish? Would you do it?
I would.
Even in younger role? Maybe nahi, but okay, fine. In an older role, somewhere in the story.
I'll tell you why. Why I wouldn't do it is because sometimes some things get made because everything comes together in the correct proportion. I wasn't the bestest of actors when I did Kahin To Hoga. I was just learning the craft. I'm a much better actor today. I wasn't a good actor then, but it worked wonders with a very, very average actor. Not because of my contribution, but because everything just fell in proportion for everyone. Everyone was a limited actor, and I know while we were doing the scenes, we knew it that ये भी अच्छा मैं भी ऐसा हो रहा है, इसके साथ भी हालत हो रही है. So none of us was like really. We grew with the show, all of us. वो बन गया show. Sometimes some things just fall in place, and it just does magic. So why think that we should milk milk that product because it did wonders then. आज भी करते हैं. Some love stories, लैला मजनू की कहानी वही अच्छी लगती जहाँ खत्म हो गई है. अब लैला मजनू को आगे बढ़ा दें कि अच्छा उनके बच्चे हो गए, तो वो कहानी की शिद्दत जो है ना वो खत्म हो जाएगी. So I will not do it only because I wanted to live in the hearts of people.
So you don't believe in franchises which we have in movies. You don't believe in remixes, if I can ask you that.
Remixes, no, I don't believe in. मैंने कुछ गाने किए भी थे पहले. Remixes, if you ask me, I really don't have any opinion on that one. I don't have a very strong opinion on that one because I've spoken to the younger generation who think that we are getting introduced to that song. हमें तो कभी सुना ही नहीं था या ऐसा था, हमें तो अच्छा लग रहा है. And then you realize that maybe these 20-year-olds right now, for them, this is music. हमारे लिए वो music था तो. So I can't really comment on that. If you ask me, for me, yes, for all those people जिन्होंने वो गाना कभी सुना होगा, फिल्म देखी होगी, आप बोलता है क्यों कर रहे हो यार, दीवार का क्यों रीमेक बना रहे हो? हमारे हमने फिल्म देखी थी, हमने उस फिल्म को बड़े प्यार से देखा था हमने, और उसी फिल्म के अंदर सडनली आप देखते हो तो आपको अच्छी लगती नहीं है. मे बी एक 20 साल के बच्चे को अच्छी लगेगी बिकॉज उसने वो दीवार देखी नहीं थी कभी. So he has nothing to compare it to. So I'm saying I don't have very strong opinions on this one. If given a choice, maybe I will not do a remake of any film, any iconic character or a film. I wouldn't do it if I've seen it. if I have not seen it, like I did Amir. Amir is a remake of a Filipino film, but I had never seen that film. मुझे पता ही नहीं था वो film क्या है. मैंने किया वो. तो मुझे अगर पता नहीं होगा तो शायद मैं कर लूंगा, because मेरी इसमें मेरी conviction होगी. Will not be a borrowed conviction. But if you ask me that कि राजीव कल को हम शक्ति film, मेरी favorite film थी बच्चन साहब की, शक्ति का remake कर रहे हैं. आप करोगे? I don't think
they're planning.
Okay, they're planning. Okay. So I wouldn't be able to do it. I will say no yaar. I've seen that film. We'll never be able to create that magic. वो walk, वो sensibility, वो emotions नहीं आएंगे. अब नए आएंगे जो शायद नई generation को अच्छा लगे, but I will not probably do it.
You spoke about Peter Gaya Kamse. Were you disappointed that it landed up only at the film festivals?
I was very, very disappointed. That man, John Owen, lost so much in his life and career because he wanted that film to come out. They went out, they spoke to Disney when Disney took over UTV. They fought, they said, we'll pay you. There were distributors who were willing to buy the film for a very decent amount, but they refused to part with the film. To the level that his personal life, maybe he separated from his wife, John, because during the whole process, because he had given it all.
That had a toll on him.
From his side. I do not know how the film turned. Totally, yeah, it absolutely took a huge show. He went back to London. A very, very promising man. Fantastic. I really love John Owen, and he went back. I do not know how the film has turned out because I haven't seen the film myself. London mein dikhai gayi thi film. Because he managed to get a screening in one film festival, by the way. He was given because he went on social media. His very senior mother, around 90, she spoke to Mr. Disney on social media and said that, what is your problem when there are people wanting to buy my son's film? Give it to him. Give it him for one screening. They were not willing to part it for one screening also. So I do not know what happened and what happened in corporate houses. But yes, I'm disappointed more for John, not for myself. Because I'm never disappointed if something works or doesn't work for me, because that is going to be part of my career.
Rajiv, 2 years ago you said that TV content doesn't appeal to you.
Yeah.
It was heading in one of the leading publications. In 2020, do you nurse the same thought?
And whenever I gave that statement, I meant it. Now I will not even know because I have not even remotely seen what happens on TV. I mean, the moment you see something on TV and you say, no, this is not what I want to do again. And there are people probably consuming what they're making on television. So there are consumers for that. But for me, again, no, it doesn't appeal to me. I haven't heard also of anything. Yaar, ye bada acha show chal raha hai aajkal. I would have watched it. I haven't seen television. And in 2020, when even TV consumers are watching stuff on web, I don't think that the level of content would have gone to a level which would appeal to me. I don't think so. So I would maintain that line, I guess.
Wouldn't you like to? You hosted shows, so I'm asking you. Wouldn't you like to host, certain shows which have become the flavor of TV, like the dance shows, the singing shows? ऐसा कभी मन नहीं?
I was always asked for it. After Sach Ka Samna, जब ये तो होता है जब आप Sach Ka Samna का host बन जाते हैं, आपने host किया है, everyone wanted you to do all those reality shows, and I kept telling them, right? I have been telling this to them for so many years that I will never participate in any reality show. I'm not made like that. I will not. First, secondly, I will not even host these kind of shows because I'm not how do I say? Okay, this actually happened after I was the host of Sach Ka Samna. Sach Ka Samna करने के बाद में मुझे ऐसा लगा कि यार I can't just be the mic and just ask the judges and ask the players and make them do things. I don't have it in me. My probably forte or talent or strength lies in bringing out certain other elements in people. Some people are doing an excellent job doing that, hosting these kind of shows. I individually do not have it in me to actually hold the mic and just play around with it. I don't have it in me. We all have our strengths and weaknesses. I have it in a very different manner. My sense of humor and whatever comes in a very different manner. But I think that people are doing a very good job. The day somebody comes up with a show where they want a little more gravitas, maybe along with this, I would say, okay, कुछ और करते हैं, भारी है, कुछ निकालते हैं interesting. I would do that. when Jazbat came my way, I was a host for the host for Jazbat. Um, uh, though I wasn't happy with it by the end of it, because suddenly the show was made very playful and very they changed the entire narrative of the thing, because they thought that their audience would love it if we play some easy games, and which I wasn't very happy about. But then I'd already signed the contract and I had to host the series.
You had a chat with them, did you?
Of course I did. They all know it. I'm saying it openly because they all know it. So I have got nothing to hide, and I did that, and I completely understand and respect their point of view also, because they would know their audience well. If they think that their audience likes some cheesy stuff, some mushy stuff, then they must have done their research. And my only question to them was, why would you get me then? You knew that what I want to do and how I want to do it. You can't get me and then suddenly say that you play these games.
When you say you're not made for dance shows and the singing shows and play around with the mic, aren't you indirectly telling me, or am I wrong? Correct me if I'm wrong. Aren't you indirectly telling me that you cannot fake it? You cannot falsely motivate a participant, and you have to be candid and blunt about it.
No, I wasn't saying that, Vicky, but now that you're asking me, I would say that yes, if I was in a position, I wouldn't be able to fakely motivate a contestant, or if I would know that that whatever I'm doing is fake, whatever. I cannot really, to be very honest, why I can't do it is because it is a show where, I don't like that part of the show where everyone requests, sir, please, audience, please, sir, what are the judges saying? And sometimes you see judges who are not even from that field, from that medium, and then they are sitting there because they've been around for a while, and then you realize why is so much of servility towards them. You can address them by the names. They're not masters or accomplished people from the field. If they're, if a dancer is talking to a dancer, I understand. You look up to a dancer. If a dancer is being commented by a actor, I would say, "ठीक है." I mean, then you can address each other by name, and let's have the same level of respect for each other, and not have any kind of a attitude where it is like a little servile that, "Thank you, ma'am, thank you very much. You gave me this and that." I can't fake that part of it. So it's difficult for me because it should be a level playing field. Everyone is equal. You are working very hard. They've been there, but they're not masters in that field. If they're masters in that field, that awe and respect comes naturally. But if that's something, I mean, मैं गाना गा रहा हूँ और मुझे कोई एक्टर बोल रहा है कि यार बहुत गंदा गाया आपने, तो मुझे बहुत तकलीफ होगी. देखने में as a host बहुत तकलीफ होगी मेरे को.
You won't be able to start clapping and going near the participant, touching the ground touching your head on the ground, climbing up that ladder like Shilpa Shetty does.
I don't know, but I don't know. We are all made different. Again, I hope I'm not coming across as someone who is being a little derogatory about it. I'm not being derogatory at all. I'm talking about me as an individual, as an actor, as to what I can bring on table. Not everyone can do what Shilpa does. Not everyone can do it. Not everyone can do what Manish Paul does. They all come. But probably, I'm not sure, but what I do, I don't think that everyone will be able to do it. There will be people who can pull off, but I'm saying I don't have it in me. That's probably my weakness. Without being judgmental on anyone.
What happened to Death of Amar? Why did that go to film festival?
It didn't go. It just went to one film festival because Remo D'Souza decided that he would tell the world that he's not produced the film. I think he had some issues with the producers, I guess. And at one point I realized that the film, of course, was incomplete. It wasn't finished also by him. And Remo had come to me and he had said, "Raji, this is my first production. I want you to do it." And I was I knew Remo for the longest time. And I agreed to do that film. And then Remo told me that when we shot the film. And then towards the end, I realized that no, something is not happening right now. And then after a few months or years, or maybe a year or something, I read somewhere that Remo is saying that I have nothing to do with the film. I am not produced the film. And then I realized that there is some dirt somewhere and I don't need to get into it. This is one of the films that you forget about and not really raise. And I didn't call up Remo and said, "Remo, listen, you did this and you told me that this is your film." That some actors did call me that Rajiv, यार Remo तो ये बोल रहा है कि इसने film produce ही नहीं की है. हमारा contract तो Remo के साथ में. मैंने कहा है, but then no point fighting. This is part of it. Move on in life. हो गया, जो नहीं बना छोड़ दो उसको, आगे बढ़ो लाइफ में. So that was my attitude. That's why I didn't ever say anything. That's why
your decisions are clearly your very own from whatever I make out of this conversation. But do you think in hindsight that if you had a manager, a PR, or maybe some kind of a, you know, constant guidance, things would have been little more easier?
Where would I have been, Vicky?
You ended up doing certain projects. You ended up doing certain projects which didn't see the light of day. You ended up doing certain projects which deviated from the script. Hence, I'm asking that question.
I totally understand what you were saying. You're probably saying I could have done some more interesting and better projects as well. My thing is, when I look back, Vicky, and I've always said this in my interviews right from the word go, from 2002, I think one thing that I constantly said, that when people asked me back in the day, and they ask me even now, where do you see yourself 5 years from now? And I've always said, I do not know where I see myself 5 years from now. All I want to feel 5 years from now is when I look back and I say, yaar, itna sa tha, mera tha. I didn't have to take support. I didn't have to borrow things from others. I didn't have to thank anyone. I didn't have to thank my PR agency and say, thank you, yaar, aapne mera fake article dalwa diya tha. उस film से पहले तो मेरा इतना promotion हो गया. Thank you for buying those many followers. That's the art of thing. And I thank you for making me, visible everywhere. I don't want to do that. Even if it's this much, and I'm saying, even if it's this much, it should be mine. It has to be mine, earned by me. That's what I have followed. While I absolutely understand that I'm an actor, it's the need of my field that I need to project myself, and so that more and more people watch my work, and then they come, and again, I should be in a position to do projects which don't end up like Death of Amar types. But let me tell you what the truth is. When I meet so many other actors, and I've spoken to senior actors also, I realized it's going to be part of everyone's life. I am just modeling my career, which is a little different. That नहीं करना ना मुझे PR, नहीं करना, नहीं जाता social media पे मैं. कब तक? 18 साल तो हो ही गए, Vicky. I've done this, survived, and in a sense, in my own way. And ठीक है, this is how I want to survive. I think there's nothing very great about what I think or talk. This is what probably would give me satisfaction. For somebody else, satisfaction would mean कि मैं 300 करोड़ की फिल्म करूं, which is absolutely justified again. मुझे लगता है कि यार मैं अगर 1 करोड़ की फिल्म पे 15 करोड़ मेरी फिल्म बना लेती है जिस दिन, या अगर मैं ऐसे, तो that's my think. मैं इतना बहुत है, without any support, without anything, मतलब genuine हो, लोगों को word of mouth से फिल्म फैले. People should come and watch my film. Like Amir happened. People were telling me कि हमें मालूम ही नहीं था फिल्म लगी इतनी बड़ी, 200 सिनेमा में कुछ लगी थी फिल्म. So I rather people hunt for me instead of me going out and selling myself that, listen, here I am, hello, in the front pages, back pages, this pages, so don't forget me, I'm here, I'm on social media, don't forget me. I don't do that, and if they forget me, I'll remind them again with something or the other.
Doesn't your wife say, okay, we are on a holiday, let's put out some pictures? इतना भी नहीं करते आप?
वो समझ गई मेरी वाइफ. आपने क्वेश्चन, मेरे वाइफ ने पहले जरूर बोला था, राजी, why can't you do it? If you on Twitter, your fans want to see you. She's a shy person, तो वो तो देखना चाहती नहीं. She doesn't want to put her pictures. But when it comes to my pictures, she would say that put it up now. Very difficult for her. She's given up, I guess, because she and her elder sister, they both are like my what do I say, guide when it comes to social media. If ever I have to write something, I actually ask them कि आप बता दो मुझे कि मैं सही कर रहा हूँ, ये फोटो डाल रहा हूँ तो कहीं मैं, I don't even know how to put pictures on Instagram and all. Instagram पे तो खैर मैं भी आया हूँ, just because I was to promote a lot of shows during the lockdown, so I had to come on Instagram for live Insta talks and all. But you know what? To be honest, Vicky, I really don't see any, me doing anything for the society by putting up my pictures of me, doing crazy things. Sometimes I also feel some people who follow you may just think, yeah, lifestyle तो बड़ी कमाल की होती है ना, ये तो आज यहाँ घूम रहे हैं, वहाँ घूम रहे हैं, ऐसा घूम रहे हैं, तो ऐसा लगता है कि मैं उन चीजों की डालूं जो probably may just kind of inspire them instead of them aspiring for it. In a sense, you feel bad. You suddenly feel यार एक्टर को तो कितने फायदे होते हैं ना, वहाँ जाते हैं, ऐसा घूमते हैं, देखो आज यहाँ घूम रहे हैं, आज वहाँ घूम रहे हैं. मैं किसी को अपनी गाड़ी क्या दिखाऊं यार? मैं किसी को क्या बताऊं कि मैं बिजनेस क्लास ट्रैवल कर रहा हूँ, फर्स्ट क्लास ट्रैवल कर रहा हूँ? क्या बताऊं मैं किसी को? It just doesn't make sense to me. And when holidays are meant to be ours. एक बार मैंने try किया था. I mean, last year when I had gone for a holiday, I told Manjari that this time, every day, please, मुझे तुम बताना कि राजी आज ये पिक्चर सोशल मीडिया के लिए खींच रहा है तू. वो 1-2 दिन के बाद में मुझे लगा, मैंने बाइट भी दिया, मैंने छोटे वीडियो बाइट भी बनाया मंजरी के साथ में. And then after second, third day, I realized this is the pressure. I can't do it. I can't wake up and think, okay, I have to put a picture. I'm going to forget. I mean, if I am doing a great stunt somewhere in Austria, I don't want to think कि कोई मेरी photo ले रहा है कि नहीं ले रहा. Somebody has to take a picture. Somebody has to take my video, and I say something to the camera. I probably end up living that moment and later realizing कि यार किसी ले लिया होता photo तो अच्छा किया था, मतलब, you know. So yeah, they do tell me. They tell me all the time. I mean, whoever is around me, they tell me all the time. मैंने जितनी भी pictures डाली हैं, जितना भी मैंने कुछ stunts डाले हैं जो मैं करता रहता हूँ घर में, I've been forced to put those because they think that they are good for your fans, Rajiv. They are really good for your fans, and I say, okay, I'll do it.
Forced by
Manjari and Mamta, her sister. And there's another friend of ours, Rashi. They're all from the industry, by the way. They are Manjari ko chhod ke baki, they're all part of our industry. Everyone has a different take. Again, let's not be judgmental about anyone. We all decide how we want to live. This suits me. This doesn't make me a better person. This just works for me. कि नहीं डालना pressure. मुझसे नहीं हो सकता वो. मैं कितना भी कोशिश कर लूं. There were people willing to pay me. There's a new app had come, by the way, on social media, where they were wanting to pay you. And किसी को बोलो तो यार आपको हर महीने के इतने पैसे, इतने लाख रुपए मिल रहे हैं. आपको सिर्फ कुछ नहीं करना है. आपको 15-15 सेकंड की हर हफ्ते 5 स्टोरीज डालनी है. So I was putting that for 1 month. I did it just because I thought चल डालता हूँ कुछ डाल देता हूँ. 2 महीने के बाद मैंने कहा नहीं होगा मुझसे. They said, Raji, please put up a picture with Manjari also now on Valentine Day. I said no भैया, this is not happening. ले लो अपने पैसे, मुझे नहीं चाहिए. मुझे कुछ नहीं चाहिए because I was also trying कि चल थोड़ा social active हो जाऊंगा मैं socially. And I realized कि if money also can't excite me for that, doing that means as a person it doesn't excite. So no point pushing myself.
Money doesn't excite you, but have you said no to a film where you thought you were being paid lesser than what you actually deserve?
No, never. I have said no to films where I was being paid a lot and I said
or a TV show.
TV show पे तो पैसे कितने मिल रहे ऑफर होते हैं विकी. I mean, I just have to give a quote. अब तो बहुत ऐसा, I mean, I'm trying to be too loud right now, but I'm saying there was, जब तक मैं entertain कर रहा था TV shows के बारे में, whatever, money was never an issue. Money was always in plenty, and I don't feel the need also in a sense that whatever I'm making enough. I mean, I think I'm living a very happy and very contented life. So पैसा, in fact, I'll be honest, जब काम करना होता है मुझे ना, when I have to really do it, I just did a series recently. I finished shooting for it, and you have to ask the producer when we start promoting it. I've done it at probably 1/4 of the price that I would ask. I was so excited with the script. I said, discuss the monies with the manager. नहीं है पैसे तो भी मुझे बताना मत. I will make it happen. So he always said, Rajiv, I want you to make it happen. I said, I will make it happen. I was so charged with the film series. I said, let's do it. It's dark comedy, by the way. I hope it comes soon because I'm really excited about it. I can't talk anything about that one, but I'm just saying that so I can reduce my price. मुझे करना ही है. जब करना होता है तो आप कैसे भी कर लेते हो. नहीं करना होता है तो आपको कितना भी पैसा कोई दे रहा हो तो आपको नहीं, मैं नहीं करता हूँ in a sense, because there are people, you know, with now and with so much web happening, so much, you know, there are people from Delhi, there are people from outside, businessmen, people who are builders who want to do films for OTT. उनको लगता है कहीं पे कुछ भी बिक जाएगा. तो पैसा कमाना बहुत मुश्किल नहीं है अगर ऐसे ही काम करना होता तो. But ठीक है, I'm pretty happy with the way I am, and I don't remember ever saying no to any project कि मुझे कम पैसा मिल रहा है.
You are in a happy space, but the interview will be incomplete if I don't ask you about someone who is with you in that happy space, your wife Manjari. Tell me about your love story. Actually, you haven't spoken about it much. And how is the marriage going?
Marriage is beautiful. I'm in Goa with her. You know, it's beautiful, and I love her, and we love doing things together. We love spending time with each other. So it's a very, very good space. I've got a great set of in-laws and a wonderful, wonderful person. You know, Manjari is a wonderful person because I can say a lot about her because she's such a happy person. You know, she's a happy person, happy soul, so which is a very, very good thing. You know, secondly, she is just the kind of person that I wanted probably in my life, who doesn't really care about a lot of things the way I don't care about a lot of things. She again doesn't want to come in front of camera. She's not the type who would want to be recognized. She's happy doing her things. She would love to go with her friends in an auto में बैठ के निकल जाओ. ये pressure नहीं आना चाहिए कभी कि यार अरे ये तो राजीव की wife है. तो अभी हमने कभी build होने भी नहीं दिया. That's why not too many things about her. Secondly, I met her. I mean, love story we don't speak much about because we don't like speaking about each other in public. We don't even put on a Valentine's Day a picture together or an anniversary or whatever.
Yeah, but it's now quite some time. Where did you meet her?
To sum up the story, I knew her older sister. And I used to just kind of tease her all the time, that होता है जिस लड़कों वाली बातें कि मिला ना अपनी बहन से. And I just मजाक में बोलता था मैं उसको कि मिला अपनी बहन से यार, तू ऐसे बोलती रहती है, वो लंदन में है, वो यहाँ पे है, मिला ना कभी. तो ऐसे, and I never meant it. As it is, adulation was all around, जहाँ जाओ वहाँ पे आपको प्यार ही मिलता था आपको. और ऐसा करते करते एक दिन ऐसे ही हुआ कि that she was here and Mamta was here and Manjari was here and Mamta called me up and she said, where are you? And I was somewhere close by. She said, Manjari is here. You want to meet her? I said, I was joking यार, मजाक कर रहा था मैं. She said, I'm not joking, you come here. मैं गया और मैं देखा कि अपने कुछ दोस्तों के साथ में there's a girl who's doing a Mithun Chakravarti dance, then doing a Bachchan Saab dance, and doing a Dharmendra dance. They can start, man. Start. So she's doing a Bachchan dance, and I realized that somebody's very happy, man, and not even bothered to see. Otherwise, you're so much used to attention that I said, okay, I'm here. Somewhere in my ego must have said कि इतना तो मत ignore करो कि यार मुझे चोट लगे कि that as if you just don't know about me only. Forget you not whether you have seen me or not. Anyway, so we met and then we met again and then we met again. And then we were just in the process of whatever and dating, let's say. And फिर एक दिन जब मैं सच का सामना कर रहा था, तो हमारे दोस्त हैं कुणाल एम शाह, तो उनको खबर मिली कहीं से कि राजीव की गर्लफ्रेंड कौन है. So they wanted to do a story. One of the publications wanted to do a story on Rajiv's girlfriend. तो मैंने उनको बोला कि यार I have always told the world now in the last 1 year that I'm not single. मैंने बोल दिया. अब कौन है तुम लोग क्यों ड्रैग कर रहे हो unnecessarily? I said don't do that because she comes from a middle class background, मतलब मैंने से family उनकी mentality हमारी इंडस्ट्री वाली mentality नहीं है या बहुत वैसा नहीं है. They are Maharashtrians and they would rather hear it from the daughter first than read in the paper. Yeah, but then story नहीं रोकी गई. मैंने editor को phone किया, बहुत request की. They were crying all night at my house that Raji stop the story because this is going to be end of it. Dad is going to ridicule us. They will be ashamed of us because they should know that they should have heard from us. मतलब मंजरी से sister ने बता दिया होता है, उसने बता दिया होता. So I decided the next morning that I will send the first message before he reads the newspaper and I will stand up for myself. And I sent a message to him saying, sir, this is Rajiv Khandelwal and you will be reading a news in the newspaper. I want to stand up for myself. This is my number. Feel free to reach out to me, call me. I would be more than happy to come and meet you. And I was warned by Manjari and Mamta that, listen, do not reach out to my parents. My number been there. I had to steal the number from their phone. They said, because we will tell him first. And today my father-in-law tells me that one message of yours gave me an idea about who you are and how you are. So thank you for the message because otherwise शायद ये सब नहीं होता. Because I would have then judged and ये सब अलग level पे जाता. But before my daughters could open, before the news could come, I see a message at 5:30 in the morning. So they wake up at 5 that there is somebody who has said this. So that's how it happened. And
you're talking about Kunal M. Shah. He was the journalist in Mumbai Mirror and we were working together that time.
Yeah, so I keep telling him all the time that Kunal, मेरी शादी तूने कराई है. उस टाइम पे तेरे को मैंने बहुत गालियाँ दी थी, but तू नहीं माना था. So yeah, that's how it is.
I was in the office when that story was being done and it was such a big news. Thank God we broke it.
Yeah, I don't know, but photo भी डाली थी. The first part की photo भी डाली थी. तुम लोग कभी-कभी इतना करते हो ना that we are requesting कि मत डालो. बोला राजी photo तो किसी और के पास में भी है. आज तो जाएगी ये news. And I realized, much later I realized that yeah, ऐसा कोई बुरा तो नहीं कर रहे थे, but उस टाइम पे ऐसा लगा कि यार जर्नलिस्ट तुम समझो मेरी लाइफ का सवाल है. फोटो तो मत डालो, एड्रेस तो मत लिखो, बट उनको सब कुछ मिल गया था.
नहीं, but राजीव ये time and tide wait for no man phrase बदल चुका है. Time, tide and news waits for no man.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Thank you so much for this lovely interview, and I really appreciate, and a big thank you to you from the entire team of E-Times.